Once upon a time, a family of 3 creative minds and brave hearts took off on December 31st from a comfortable American life in the polished and quiet Naples, Florida. They packed only hand luggage, leaving behind the material weight of stuff, taking instead an open mind charged with curiosity and a hunger for new inspirations. They started their year-long journey in Japan, a magical place they had dreamed of for a long time. Today's story is about how we saw this country in just 7 days. After a very long 14 hours flight from Detroit, we finally arrived at Tokyo. We were welcomed into a charming hotel in Harumi with kind smiles and hot lemonade. After rest and delicious Japanese breakfast that exceeded all our expectations, we began a walking trip through the area. Harumi surprised us with its clean architecture and quiet waterfront streets. Under extremely blue sky on January 1st, the city felt peaceful and still, a secret world just for us. We kept walking over bridges and wide avenues until we suddenly arrived in a real magic place. Tsukuji Outer Market. Here, the real Japan showed the face I had wanted to see the whole life. My eyes feasted on everything, the traditional red and black colors, the banners swinging in the air with Japanese pictograms, the sounds of traditional instruments. We tasted authentic matcha with seeds of lotus flower and watched performance in their traditional wear. It was a symphony of colors, smells, and flavors. We finally arrived at Aqua City for our date with capybaras. Promise I made to laugh when we first planned this trip. To our surprise, there were more than just capybaras. We met social meerkats, lemurs, sloths, and a wide variety of cute owls. Next day, we set up early for the Museum of Innovation and Technology. We took a great trip on metro and enjoyed a beautiful walk to reach its doors. Along the way, we found our favorite Japanese treat, the magical machines on every block and station that serve a delicious variety of hot teas. Those warm bottles were a little piece of heaven in the winter chill. Japan is known for being ahead of its time, and the museum was must-do. We saw robots that looked so realistic, it was like meeting people from the future. We observed super modern digital art, where the beauty of nature was combined with macro robotics in amazing designs. To keep our tourist mood going, we visited the iconic Shibuya district. For our luck, Shibuya was receiving a soft magical snow right when we got off the metro. We stood in the main plaza surrounded by towering high-tech screens where 3D animals seemed to jump right out of the sky. By accident, we found a cozy spot for dinner, where the food was delicious and we had a fun surprise. Busy little robots were helping the waiters bring our meal. Tired but happy, we went back to the Tokyo Metro, fast and easy to use. We returned to the hotel to get some rest and be ready for the next adventure. Our journey through Japan continues today as we leave the bustle behind. We are boarding on Shinkansen, the famous bullet train, racing towards Nagano. It is one of the fastest trains in the world, reaching speed of 200 miles per hour. I watched through the window as the urban city landscape slowly dissolved, replaced by a real winter fairy tale. Yamanouchi, a northern gem of traditional Japanese style. Arriving to this town felt like a stepping into painting. Our small authentic hotel received us with the quiet beauty of paper slide doors and the scent of fresh tatami, with traditional decoration, minimalism, and details. The next morning began with the most iconic Japanese ritual, the onsen. It's more than just a bath. It is a spiritual hot spring ceremony meant to purify and relax. To follow that with a hot cup of coffee in the fresh snowy air outside, the hotel was pure magic. We took a breathtaking walk through the town. Every street, every building, and every architectural detail and corner seemed to be talking to us in Japanese. It was charming, ancient, and perfectly still. As we explored the town, the ancient streets became the stage for a beautiful family milestone. My husband and Lev experiencing the magic and the crunch of the real snow for the very first time in their lives. Hello, pumpkins! And as I promised, I'm going to fly all the way from Florida to this snowy paradise in Nagano, close to Nagano. We are in Yamanouchi Park, Snow Monkey Park, and I'm getting some inspiration for our classes. I'm so happy I finally arrived here. My trip was about 3 days to get here, and here they are. Take a look, take a look. So here in Jokokudani Park, these famous snow monkeys find such a peace in the natural volcanic hot springs. While the world is freezes around them, it is deeply moving to watch their behavior because they don't care at all about all these humans standing around them. They're simply enjoying themselves, completely lost in the warmth and the moment. I've always loved monkeys, and seeing them living so freely like this is a pure joy. The beauty of these mountains, with the steam rising among tall pine trees, creates a scene of raw, natural wonder. It was a perfect finale to our northern adventure. But our journey isn't over yet. We're moving on, traveling south towards the temples of Kyoto. Leaving the northern gem of Japan behind, we took a night bus all the way to the southern ancient Seoul, Kyoto. Before Tokyo became the capital in 1868, Kyoto was the most important political, social, and cultural center of the country. Walking its streets, which smell like a yellow apple, we saw that even in winter it still has blooming trees, while at the same time the ponds are full of completely dry lotuses. We were absorbing with our eyes every corner, the pagoda-shaped roofs and the spiritual gardens. Here the history and tradition are expressed in every detail and every corner. The city is complete opposite of Tokyo. The buildings remain short, the streets are narrow, and the sidewalks are extremely tiny. We saw carefully trimmed bonsai trees, the original colors of the walls and window frames, the chaotic hanging cables. We saw clothes drying in the sun from the windows, minimalist lanterns, and every sign of the building in the same traditional style. Everything is created by people who respect their culture and traditions. In Kyoto, bicycle is the true king of road. There are over 920,000 bikes in the city, meaning there is nearly one bicycle for every 2 residents. Minasan konnichiwa shibaraku dashita ne. That means, hi everybody, haven't seen you for a while. Today, I'm taking inspiration from the beautiful Hiroshima historical district of Kyoto. A long time ago, even before kings and queens, Japanese nobles came here because it was so beautiful. First, we visited the temple. They had a garden from the year 1339 that is like a giant painting. The artists even used the real mountains in the background to make the garden look endless. As I climbed to the stone stairs, I was walking through the masterpiece designed in 1339 by a famous Zen master named Muso Soseki, who created this garden to be the place where the mountains and the earth tell a story of peace that has lasted for nearly 700 years. Just behind the temple, we stepped into Arashiyama bamboo grove. It's like a giant green tunnel. The bamboo is so tall it touches the sky, and when the wind blows, it talks like a whisper to each other. Japan actually protects this sound because it's so special. And finally, we reached the most famous place of all, Fushimi Inari. This is where the real challenge began. We found ourselves standing in front of thousands of bright red arches called torii gates. These aren't just for decoration, they're like magic doors. In Japan, people believe that when you walk on the torii, you're leaving a normal world and entering a sacred, spiritual place. The bright orange-red color is there for a reason. It is believed to keep bad spirits away. Next, we explored Ninenzaka, a street so old it feels like stepping back 1,000 years. I love the sound of paper lanterns swaying in the breeze and the hundreds of wooden hearts called ema, hanging on strings. These are wish boards, where people write their dreams in Japanese characters. It felt like walking through a giant glowing book of wishes. After all that walking, we were impressed, inspired, and very hungry. We jumped from the ancient world into a modern sushi place that felt like a spaceship. Everything was high-tech, from the tables we used to order our food to a robotic delivery system that zoomed our plates right to our table. It was like a delicious game. Not only it was super fun and futuristic, but the sushi was so tasty and surprisingly affordable. It was a perfect reminder of how Japan lives in the past and the future at the exact same time. Japan was definitely full of unique details, from the handmade pottery decorating every room to incredible flavors of crispy tempura and sweet colorful mochi. And yes, we learned how to leave the shoes at the door of every place to show respect. My wonderful young artists, see you very soon in my class. I am so inspired by this trip and I can't wait to share it with you.